Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, welcome into Steampunk Psyche. We are finishing, or going to finish part 2 of the 4-part series of the collective reading. I'm not going to be time stamping individual readings on this. What I'm trying to do is accomplish 4 sets here for collective and just find out what is in the energy for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So if you are cross-watching right now for other signs, I did do a series, 4-part series on the mutable signs. So if you're looking for Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, or Pisces, I will show that video at the end of this video here, so you can kind of jump over there and watch that. If not, go to my channel. It's under mutable signs if you're cross-watching. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle up the cards real quick, and we'll get into the reading. Oh, wait a minute. I saw another guy on a video do that. Actually, it was another lady. I'm actually just hitting my ashtray and my coffee cup. I'm a smoker and I'm a coffee drinker. So if you guys drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, kick back, and let's do the reading. Those are my Tibetan chimes. I can't afford Tibetan chimes, so I'll just use my ashtray and my coffee cup. And I thought it was just damn funny. Okay. These cards are a little slick, so if they come out and plop all over the place, this video may be extended, so you might have to just hit that button to fast forward here. Okay. I've already pre-shuffled, but I thought I'd just shuffle a few more times so you know I shuffled in damn cards. So what do we need to know? What signs are coming out? Like I said, if you want to watch that very first video, I thought it was a really cool reading. But maybe this may be specific. I have a hard time saying that word specific. It doesn't want to come out of my mouth very good. But take what jives with you. Take what resonates. Take what you want. Don't try to make something fit. The energy is all over the place sometimes, and sometimes it can get, maybe just for a few people who are interested. It just depends on whose energy is out there that wants to jump in. And as soon as I said that, 6 of Swords. So maybe there's some rough, choppy water taking place and you're trying to move to something a little more smooth, more calm. We don't know. We're going to find out, though. But we had Queen of Wands jump out here. Fire sign. The Queen of Wands is no nonsense. So I'm getting kind of an energy that you're moving out of something, moving away, moving completely. Somebody may be moving out of an apartment, house, a relationship. I don't know yet. But you're definitely moving away, and I think you mean business, whomever this is for. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. What are we moving away from? This is a 12-12 portal, so they say. I don't think the universe knows it. I'm going to keep repeating that because I don't think it knows we called it 12-12 portal. However, I do feel like there is something new coming in. December, we're almost over. We're moving into Capricorn, so that devil card shows up. Not that it's a bad card. I love that card. As a matter of fact, it's an enlightening card. Enlightening. Enlightenment. Opens up our eyes to things. But it does correspond in the tarot, major arcana, with Capricorn. So, all right. We had a few cards. I want to bust out of here. 3 cards, as a matter of fact. First one, the Tower. Like I just said, the Tower and the Devil card kind of both expose things to me. You notice the crown chakra up here? Okay. With the Queen of Wands, I'm going to say that somebody's in their head, ultimately. There's some shocking news coming in. Maybe you're receiving shocking news or you're about to give out. I'm going to guess by seeing the 6 of Swords here. We could be referring to, a Gemini communication card, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But I'm saying that you're moving away from something, and this is either causing a Tower moment or about to cause a Tower moment. Either way, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to say shocking news, but let's just, okay, so that's interesting. The Hangman came out, but in the reverse position. Okay, so you're putting it off. Okay, the Hangman in the upright, normal positioning here, is an intentional card. Okay, it talks about in normal, in upright position, the hanged man is an intentional in your head to gain clarity. Hanging upside down and forces the blood into the brain, and that's kind of an old thing. You know, people stand on their head. There's like lots of different religious aspects that people will do that to get the blood flowing in their brain so they can help think, right? Obvious reasons. But in the reverse position, it's a kind of a stagnation, putting it off. You're very foggy, unsure what to do, and I seen that with noticing that the Queen of Wands came right before the Tower. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Followed. Sorry, the last card was the Five of Swords. Okay, Five of Swords. You know, if you'll notice, those two other soldiers there are kind of walking away. It's a defeated card. It feels defeated. It kind of feels like a decision had to be made that nobody wins. There's not a win-win in this, and so it's definitely aiming towards relationship, a moving away of some kind. What kind of relationship that is, I'm not quite sure yet. So this, like I said, could get a little specific. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. If any of these four signs, if this is for you, hang in there. If it's not for you, you know, you can go check out the other mutable signs if you're interested in cross-watching, and, you know, maybe for your particular person or situation, whatever it is of that other sign, you can check it out. But the trickery, there's a trickery involved here. The fives usually indicate that there's something a little under the table, little gray area there. Winning at what cost? You know, I mean, you had to do something, but at what cost? This could be towards you or away, you know, that is coming at you, or that you're putting on to some person or thing, whatever it is. So, what else do we need to know here? Okay, I'm just going to pull here. Okay. We had Three of Swords in the reversed. Okay. Here's the upright, normal, which is what it is, right? Broken heart. However, you're healing that heart. You're healing. You're moving away from that broken-hearted nature, and maybe that's causing another person to have a tower. If this is a relationship-wise, maybe they're seeing you heal. Maybe they're seeing you move on without them. We did have the Six of Swords at the very first, so you're moving on in a way, and this is causing, the repercussions of this is causing a stagnation. It's a slow process. So it kind of makes me feel like one of you is moving on, the other one is stuck, staying there, staying in the situation or whatever it is. And the Five of Swords, I'm not quite, let's clarify the Five of Swords. Why the Five of Swords? Why the trickery? Why the games? Why the manipulation? You know, one's healing, one's not. Maybe somebody is breadcrumbing you. Maybe somebody's love bombing you. Maybe someone is not being forthright with their feelings, or maybe they are, and you're just in the position, I'm not listening to it no more. But it seems like it's slow with the Hangman in reversed, taking its time. So I'm going to go ahead and see what we got here. Yes. The Six. Here we go. Trying to get that focused in. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. There's two aspects to this card, right? Like everything. On this particular upright position, we're talking about a generous nature, a giving nature, and balance nature. So in this particular type scenario, I would say with that Three of Swords in the reverse position showing healing, there's this generosity that is there. There's a balance, a caring, giving, nurturing aspect. And on the other side, there's kind of this begging. So maybe that, like I said, it makes sense in that position that there is love bombing. There's something taking place that's keeping you there. Like somebody's reminding you of the past. Somebody's reminding you of, the relationship that you're in. Everything's good or whatever it is. But I think you've moved on. But it's a very slow process. So I don't even know what I would ask. No, you're going to have to just let me guess on this because the energy is not coming in. Do you move forward? Do you need to move forward? Do you need to move away? It looks like you've already kind of decided that. Queen of Wands is no nonsense. You put it into it. There's a tower already happening. So let's see what we got. All right, so something's coming in, right? The Knight of Swords. Something's rushing in. I wish that would focus in better. Sorry about that. Anyway, the Knight of Swords, right? Um, it is that rushing quickly, and this could be happening very quickly. This could have happened suddenly, and now you're just maybe you are opening up to communication, and you're wondering, do I listen to it? Do I believe it? I don't know. I kind of got that feeling. You know, it could be like a relationship that's about to end, and then you're like, hey, let's talk about this, but it's happening quickly, and maybe that's a little out of your comfort zone, or because you've been there, you've done that with the Queen of Wands. That is no nonsense. I'm not playing games. I'm not putting up with this, you know. And she is the generous nature too, so it makes sense when you had the Six of Cups. So there's another offering, maybe, perhaps, you know, a decision being made. This could be talking about a contract. Do I, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is an energy that says, when I make a plan, I stick to it. I don't veer off. There's no challenges. It's done, and it's going to happen. So the Knight of Pentacles is information that is definitely coming into you. It could be talking about contracts, you know, and I kind of got the feeling maybe somebody's it could be a divorce or something like that. It could be financial means that you're trying to, you know, the communication part could be that, look, this is how we're going to be separating this or separating that. And I hate to talk about that in a negative aspect, but like I said, this could get very specific. So if it doesn't apply to you, you know, there's other readings, and come back and we'll check it out again. But I feel like maybe this might be contractual wise. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're entering the 12-12 portal here. So all kinds of changes taking place. And, you know, we do have the Tower card showing just a disruption of the status quo, the way things have been. And sometimes that transformation is so necessary. Those towers are so necessary in our life. You know, we get so used to and stagnant in our own life. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. Something's over, something's ending, and you just need to know. I don't know. You need to know if it's right. You need to know, do I move on? Move forward? Do I listen to this? How can we deal with our finances? The best situation? All right, I'm just going to take this last card here. Okay, King of Cups. Okay, well, the King of Cups is the lover, you know, the ultimate lover. Ultimate emotional, in your emotions. Somebody very, very well versed. Somebody who has the ability to transmute negative aspects and put them into whatever would benefit them emotionally. They're very clear. And I feel like this is you. I feel like you're in this position. You know that I just got this feeling like it's over. Things are over. And maybe you're wondering if that's okay for things to be over, and of course they are. You know, it sometimes can be messy, but I guess those are choices you got to make. Choices that need to be made between two mature people, or 3, 4, however this relationship is. But kind of what I'm feeling. But a new offering also could be coming in of love. And I think you're just taking your time whether or not to move forward to this, because it's not showing up yet. And what I'm seeing is patience and kind of putting it off, you know, with the Hanged Man in the reverse position like we saw. That's kind of what I feel like. It's being put off. And maybe that's a good thing, you know. Obviously, in the middle of a divorce or some kind of contractual decree, you don't want to take on too much, you know. So you're kind of being patient about it, but you know there's an offering being made with the Knight of Pentacles there, and then the King of Cups. So let's see. That's too much. I love it. It is relationship wise. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups sitting right next to the King of Cups. Okay. And you know, the Queen of Cups, she's the only one in the deck that has the lid on it. Okay. And that lid in that cup, you know, that it represents the intuition, you know, deep and intuitively speaking. You know, she's adorned with this beautiful robe that's kind of like a flowing of water, the ease and the flow, the ebb and flow of life. She's a water sign, you know what I mean? So we could talk about, you know, any of the water signs there, but not necessarily doesn't have to be something like that. But like I said, it would be interesting to see if you cross watched over to the mutable signs, if this pertains to you. But I'm seeing a king and a queen together. So that represents to me a relationship of a maturity level that, I mean, how can you get past the king and the queen? Emperor, empress. So that's the next step. So if we see that evolution in these cards, we'll know definitely for sure. We're the lovers, right? So whether or not this relationship could work or could not work, you know how that works, right? We all have to communicate, so we need to see more of a communication. It'd be nice to see the wands come in, some communication that way. I'm gonna pull a card. Yeah, you've planted a seed here. 7 of Pentacles. You know, you're a manifester. You have manifested lots of things. These pentacles represent all of the things that you have manifested. Emotional health, wealth, stability, also. But you've planted a seed. Perhaps this seed is that everything works smoothly, and that's kind of what I'm getting. That you're just hoping everything's going to be working out smoothly for you. So I kind of feel like that's the case. I really do. I've got a really, really nice energy. I mean, with these 4 cards together like this is very mature. I know you can't hardly see them. I'll try to separate them here, but that's a very mature energy. It's patience, and it's watching it mature. It's watching it grow. Um, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, to me, I'm getting every bit of an ending of one relationship and trying to take your time with it, with the Hanged Man reversed, with the 3 of Swords also in the reversed position, talking about healing that heart, healing up whatever past. Could be, you know, traumatic PTSD. It could be healing of yeah, you know what I mean. So I feel like this is a good place. I really want to see that Lover's card again, though. My goodness, what? All right, I'm gonna just keep on going here for just a minute. And is there anything else that Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn need to know? Okay, you're looking out, or you're looking into this. You notice the staff over there, the budding staff that's fastened to the wall. That kind of gives me the that kind of gives me the idea. Now, this card could represent a few things. Number one, it's looking out into the world. Could be travel. It could also be that you see another future, another possibility, and that's why the staff he's putting it up there on a concrete pillar. But the other one's fastened, which means sometimes it could indicate that you're just kind of um, yeah, not so much of a what would that be? Codependency. Not necessarily a codependent, but you're so used to the way things were, you know, that it's secured, right? There's something that's secured, and because it's fastened to the wall there. But it is a budding staff, meaning that you're the budding staff. You are you manifest what you need to. um so I'm kind of feeling like either somebody's looking into you or you're looking into somebody else. So that kind of just tells me, yeah, you're moving towards this new relationship. Do I get one more card? I'm gonna get one more card just because you're like, please, man. Come on, steampunk. Throw me some shit. Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you one more card. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna throw it up there. Oh, what the hell? 3 of Cups. Okay. I don't even need to go any further, do I? Done deal. Look here. I mean, that's an awesome reading. Like I said, we're moving into the 12-12. There's new beginnings. In the last 8 readings or so, I have seen Wheel of Fortune and World come out a lot. Excuse me. So that's a pretty good sign that there's things that are changing and moving forward, and obviously love, relationships, health, wealth, stability, money, finances, everything. So this is a wonderful confirmation if somebody needs this. So listen, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, I hope that you got something from this. I am going to continue with the part 3. I'm going to take a coffee break, a smoke break, and I'm going to try to get these out here pretty soon. But I'm going to leave the links to the other mutable signs that I have done. Eventually, I'll get the Cardinal, and I may be able to go back and adjust those so that all 3 of those can be on there. But anyway, appreciate you coming in. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Hope you got something from it. Come back and see me. Love you.